Let us begin. This is D-Rail. This is Rail's Rants Reloaded. This is going to be the first video of the year. And we're in March. So let's top it off with politics, music, and a little bit more music. Okay, we got the 2024 elections coming up. And to be honest, we still don't have a nominee. Joe Biden is the sitting president, and he hasn't said if he's going to go for another term. But there are whispers that Michelle Obama might be trying to run as the Democratic nominee, which I feel is dumb, stupid, and uncalled for. I'm 44. Shit, I wish I was 44. I'm 46 years old, going on 47. And in all my years being on this planet, we've only had a handful of houses that have been in the White House. We had Reagan, we had Bush as the vice president, then we had George Bush as the president, then we had Clinton, then we had George Bush again, then we had Obama, then we had Trump. Seemed like we probably going to get Trump again, but it seems like the only weapon that I feel that the Democrats, or the whispers that are being said, is that the Democrats are trying to get Michelle Obama to run, and nothing being taken away from her. We don't need that. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I really don't like Biden that much. I'm really not a Trump fan. I think Trump, he talks too much. He puts his foot in his mouth. He'll do anything to get on top. That's really not politics. It is politics in a nutshell, but at least real politicians do it on the slick. I feel that Joe Biden doesn't have it all upstairs. He might be battling dementia. He stopped COVID or ended COVID, but it was going to phase out anyway. And I just feel both of these people are not the right people to be uh, trying to run the United States government. And then when you want to put in a Michelle Obama, allegedly, I just feel like that is going to be a gender play and a race play, because you're going to have a whole bunch of females that's going to vote for her just because she's a female. Then you're going to have a whole bunch of black females vote for her just because she's a black female. There's not that many Candace Owen black women in America. There's more black Trump supporters, male, than there is more female Trump supporters. And I feel like what this administration has done, they've pandered, especially with Harris as the vice president. They've pandered to the gay and lesbian agenda, and they got that vote in the bag. And I think that will continue on with Michelle Obama, because that was the agenda when her husband was in office. And nothing against Barack Obama, but people say, what did Barack Obama do for black people? And I say this, nothing. But I also say this, black people never asked Barack Obama for nothing. The same way, if they try to nominate and Biden steps down and become a lame duck president, Biden wants to step down and not get reelected or not go for reelection, they will make that the same agenda. She will do more for gays. She will do more for women. She will do more for the LGBTQ community. And she won't do absolutely nothing for black people. And black people need to hold her to task. The same way they need to hold Donald Trump to task, or whoever is running for any sort of government elected position. I'm not saying she's not qualified. I just feel like it's a shot in the dark, and the Democrats have nobody that they can put in there that would make a dent to even trying to, well, would even try to go against Trump in a way that a fight could be had when the voting starts. Just feel that's real petty. And and mind you, this is alleged. These are the whispers that are going on online. At the end of the day, we don't need Trump. We don't need Biden. We damn sure don't need Michelle Obama. And the reason why they're trying to put Michelle Obama in that seat is because they could sway a narrative and an agenda. And again, she will do absolutely nothing for black people, especially black males. She'll do more for the LGBT community, which is sad. Like I said, I don't claim Republican, I don't claim Democrat. I claim what I see, where I am, and where it's going. Now, on that note, let's switch over to Jay-Z's wife, Beyonce. During the Super Bowl, and this is kind of late, but it's still trending and it's still going on. During the Super Bowl, Beyonce released her country song. I forgot the name of the song. It's all right. But what a whole bunch of country stations were saying that they weren't going to play the song. Even the guy from the Dukes of Hazzard, I forgot his name, kind of compared her to a daggone dog, which means you're a dog and you're a female, so you're a bitch. And said that, pretty much she should stay in her lane. And a lot of these daggone white racist people are saying she should stay in her lane. But it's real interesting. 99.9% of any sort of music that is in this country came from black people. And the thing about this, Beyonce is more country than most people from the country. She's from Texas. What's more fucking country about Texas? That's literally her culture down there. That's the South. That's the dirty South. Houston, Texas. So, with all of these country radio stations saying that they're not going to play her stuff, pretty much boycotting her and putting her in a bag and saying you can't get in this genre. Is it about time black musicians, especially in rap and R&B, start doing the same about white artists? Can we start getting these culture vultures out of our culture the same way they want us out of theirs? Because it seems like you have a influx of these white artists rapping, being accepted. You don't see the black radio stations, especially in the South, in Georgia, even in New York with Funkmaster Flex. They have no problem playing these records because they're getting paid to pay these records. But you don't see the black people, the blacks, saying, yo, y'all don't need to be playing this white rapper on these radio stations. We just go with the flow. But as soon as we start jumping in a lane that these people feel that is not ours, it's a problem. People don't understand how powerful Jay-Z and Beyonce are in the record industry. You know, and for radio stations to even fix their mouths to say that they are not going to play one song and she need to stay in her place. You remember Hootie and the Blowfish? At the end of the day, like I said, these people are very powerful in the music industry, so they could promote a song to the crows come home and make you like it whether you like it or not, and put it on the radio whether you like it or not, and force it down your throats whether you like it or not. Music is music and it's supposed to be universal, but it always seems like what's good for the goose is never good for the gander. And once you start going into territories that the status quo said you're not supposed to get into, people have a fucking hissy fit, which makes no fucking sense. Was the song great? Was it crazy? No. Do I have my own thoughts about Beyonce? Yes. Beyonce is a great entertainer, great singer. I feel she's never had a classic album like, Usher and Confessions and Michael Jackson and Thriller. She hasn't had that album yet, but she has so much of a following. That woman could come out with a album with 2 songs on it, and the last song could be her fucking passing gas for 15 minutes, and people will still fucking love it. Now what we're going to wrap up on is this P.diddy situation. Look, sometime in 2023, it was real interesting, and people don't really talk about this. When P.diddy went on, it was some award show, and then I think he went to his social media and was talking about the rights of artists and giving their publishing back and this, that, and the third. I think that's when the shit show started. It wasn't really with Cassie. But there's also reasons when people don't do what you're supposed to do, or what people that have more money and power and influence want you to do, then they shut you down. They did it to Bill Cosby. They did it to Harvey Weinstein. They do it to powerful men. I am not one that is in favor of sexual assault. It's wrong. Protect children. Protect women that want to be protected. Protect people in general. I also always said when it comes to sexual assault in Hollywood and the music industry, why did we go after R. Kelly? Why did we go after Bill Cosby? Why did we go after Harvey Weinstein? Why did are we going after P.Diddy right now? But when Corey Haim or Feldman, whichever Corey is alive, and I mean no disrespect by that, the actor from The Lost Boys and a lot of those 80s movies who was friends with Michael Jackson, why is it when he was speaking about sexual abuse in Hollywood, no one lifted a motherfucking finger? When he was talking about sexual abuse and he was in the LA County Police Department and he gave them a list of names of people that were sexually abusing children, child actors, the only person they cared about of interest was Michael Jackson. Now we got this P. Diddy allegation. It started with Cassie. Rumors already been spreading around about P. Diddy. What's the matter with P. Diddy being gay? If he is, he is. If he isn't, he isn't. Cassie came out and said she was sexually assaulted as a employee, as a artist. That's why Diddy ain't go to jail. And this shit spiraled downhill, and now everybody's coming to collect. It's like everybody is the boy who cried wolf because it's a check involved. Cassie, you could have left. That girl Jaguar Wright, she might be right. But I say this, and I had an old supervisor that used to talk about people that were at the job, complained about the job, but they still took the check. You might have got trains ran on, all type of sexual nasty shit, this, that, and the third. You still took the money. You still reaped the benefits. You could have left. This goes for everybody that was involved and affiliated with Diddy. You got Easy Mo B. I think this Easy Mo B. He's been doing videos talking about women getting drugged. You knew. You partook. You said that the champagne bottles on the left side was for the girls to get a little bit, submissive. And the champagne bottles on the right side were for everybody else. So you knew. You partook. You should be brought up for charges too. Cause you knew. It's real funny until it's big news and it's about the destruction of a celebrity, then people want to pay attention to it. Diddy's ex-bodyguard, he's been saying this shit for years. He's been saying this stuff about Diddy for years. Nobody paid him attention. It seems like certain people, like your Moniques, your Dame Dashes, even your Jaguar Whites, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, when they say shit was going on, people said they crazy. Until it's the status quo to try to destroy these people. But at the same time, when it comes to these moguls, music execs, Hollywood execs, why do we only focus on the ones that are relevant in the black community? We never go back to the source because this kind of behavior had to start from somewhere. Where did it start? It's like the Sith in Star Wars. You always got two. You got a master and you got an apprentice. The people been talking about this Illuminati sacrifice and people going in these rooms and they gotta do strange shit to get parts or get their songs played. Y'all remember that movie Team America with the dolls? And the dude pulled up and he was like, "Yo, get in the car." He said, "Nah, you're not. I'm not going to get in the car with you. You're going to try to put your finger in me." He said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What type of gay shit is that?" Then when he got in the car, he said, "Suck my cock." These things don't come out of thin air. Certain things, when you see them on TV and video, are not just made up. These are things that people have been going through. Why nobody, you ever realize, and they say that Quincy Jones was another one. Quincy Jones, 90 something years old, on his, who turned him out? Because they'll talk about he turned Tevin Campbell out. They'll talk about Benny Medina or Quincy Jones turned out Will Smith. Who turned him out? They say Diddy's a homosexual, bisexual, into nasty sexual shit. Whose boy was Diddy? We already know Clive Davis was the one that was financing Bad Boy in the beginning. That was Arista Records. Whose boy is who? But we don't question these white folks. I always said this. People knew R. Kelly did that shit. I sat in the damn Golden Lady in the Bronx on a Wednesday. I want to say a Wednesday or Tuesday, and people from New York know what I'm talking about. DJ K. Slay was the DJ there, and they had the VHS tape, and they played it. And we seen R. Kelly pee on that girl. But like I always say, the first trial is to wipe out your money. Michael Jackson had too much money. Bill Cosby had too much money. O.J. Simpson the first time had too much money. But the second time, your funds are gone. You can't get that legal representation that you had before. Now you blow trial. Now you don't get acquitted. Now the shit that's being in plain sight, now people see it because you ain't got enough money for the court system to turn a blind eye. But we don't talk about that. I told people like this, and it's like Dr. Umar Johnson said. You know how much R. Kelly's catalog is worth? His publishing, all the songs he done wrote for himself and others. I guarantee you, the day R. Kelly signs over all of that publishing, he walks out of jail free. And it's real funny, when all of those allegations was going on with R. Kelly, and they did the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, why is it that the judge made him shut down his studio? Because that's where his money come from. And then we never asked the question, why did Lifetime make that documentary? Why didn't Lifetime make a documentary or help Corey Haim or Feldman make a documentary about the Hollywood execs that was molesting little children? See, a lot of times, the shit that's going on with Diddy, these are grown-ass people. Whether it's male or female, they have the right to say, I don't want to do this, and leave. But when it comes to children, and when it comes to little boys, or men in general, or children, nobody gives a fuck. You know how many daggone people daily in men's prisons get molested, raped, turned out, and nobody says nothing? But you had people that were willingly going with R. Kelly, parents giving them to him, and everybody knew people were still making bread with him. People were still making songs with him. Nobody said nothing into that documentary. Then everybody parted ways. That's that fake Hollywood music industry shit. That's that fake friend shit. The friendships in Hollywood are monetized, because as soon as something goes south, everybody don't know nothing and they disassociate themselves with you. Like the dude from Pineapple Express. And he made the movie with the guy, he was making Seth Rogen, and he was making those movies with the guy that they said was sexually assaulting people. Publicly came out, made a statement. don't condone nothing boo 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 about him, and he's not my friend anymore. You could have kept that shit to yourself, but they made you make that statement. That just shows you knew. People knew. People know, and they don't say nothing until it's out in the open. But they knew from the beginning. People got paid. People that's saying that Diddy sexually assaulted them, they took the money. Whether they was gay, homosexual, or straight, and did some gay shit to get in a certain position, to get a record played, to be put in a certain... You took the money. You took the advancement. And now y'all trying to destroy this man. Do I think he's a homosexual? Yeah, most definitely. He do some gay shit. That's his prerogative. He ain't touching no boys. He ain't touching no children. Whatever he does in his personal life is his fucking business. Y'all could promote LGBTQ LMNOP all day, but when it don't fit y'all, then y'all demonize the motherfucker. I digress. Rel's Rants Reloaded. My name is D-Rel. If you can, like, subscribe, share, follow. Links in descriptions. Click on stuff. If you do music, I have a DistroKid account that you could get some money off when you open a DistroKid account and want to distribute your music through Apple Music and Spotify and other streaming services. Look at some of my old videos. We got more to come. At the end of the day, like Jim Jones said, you don't have to be the best. You just need to be consistent. And we go to practice consistency. Peace.